Hey loves, before we dive in to today's episode, I want to remind you to sign up for my next free workshop, Freedom to Rise. This is going to be a 4-part workshop series at the end of March, starting on the 27th, and I'm going to be going live for 4 days. You will have access to the replay as well if you can't make it live. This series is for you if you are ready to rise into the woman you're here to be and step into your next level of yourself, your belief, your identity, so that you can manifest the life beyond your wildest dreams in the next 6 to 12 months and beyond. You're going to learn the number one thing you need to harness within yourself in order to manifest. And the beauty of it is you already have it. We're just going to unlock it and strengthen it even more. You're going to learn the key places to start to become your own wisest healer, and why your healing journey and healing and releasing what is holding you back is also another key place to focus on, because we need to clear that shit out so that you can create the life you want, so that you can move forward. Because right now you probably feel stuck. Maybe you're self-sabotaging, procrastinating, or just not feeling like your life and the momentum that you're gaining with your goals is like 100% turning you on, lighting you up, like stoking that fire within you, that passion, that drive, that intuitive pull forward that's like a full body fuck yes. That's what I want your life to feel like. And if you're ready for that and so much more for free, please join us in this week, Freedom to Rise. The link is in the show notes, or you can head straight to cathorrocks.com/workshop. You literally have nothing to lose, and your dream life and next level self to gain. I always say it's a flex for me that my paying clients sign up for my free workshops, because they are that valuable. You know, there's no fluff. It's not a week-long sales pitch. Like, we are packing value, inspiration, mindset shifts, actionable takeaways, journal prompts, and so much more into this week. So get your cute butt signed up for free at the link in my show notes now. Hello loves, welcome back to the podcast. As promised in my last episode, which was my personal story around feminine energy, my feminine healing, awakening journey in spirituality, in love, in body image, self-love, business, money, all areas of my life. Today is a new installment, another episode in our educational series, and I'm going to be talking about masculine and feminine energy dynamics and how they play with manifestation, how they are both important, but specifically feminine energy is going to be the focus today, because chances are I find the majority of people listening, the majority of women who come to work with me, are most curious about tapping into and using their feminine energy to manifest and attract more of what they want in their life. So we'll do a separate episode covering masculine energy, but today we're just going to touch on the difference at the beginning, because some of you may be brand new to even the concept of masculine, feminine. And as I touched on in the last episode, which I really recommend you listen to, I know it's a longer one, but it shows like the specific examples of how feminine energy has helped me in my life. But I touched on the differences there, and basically diving on in, think about the yin yang symbol. You've probably seen it. I'm sure you've all seen it. Yin yang is essentially the polarity, the opposite energies. The yin is the feminine energy, the yang is the masculine energy. And you may have even done yin yoga before or heard of yin yoga. And we know that yin yoga, as opposed to other more like vibrant, hot, like heating up the body, moving more, power yoga, yin yoga is more about stretching and resting in stretches, in like a forward fold or a pigeon pose, and laying there for like 5 minutes. And it's that feminine energy of nourishing and nurturing and integrating rest in your body versus that fiery doing energy of the yang. And how that plays out in us as humans, because we all have both masculine and feminine energy, how that plays out is the masculine is the doing, the feminine is the being. And that's an oversimplification, but that's an easy way to remember it if you're new to this. The masculine energy is linear. If you think of someone you know who has a lot of masculine energy, they are very focused, they're purpose driven, they can get shit done, they are doing, they're driving forward. It's that drive, that forward momentum. I think of masculine energy as like a straight line, a ruler, where that devotion, that discipline, that forward momentum can happen. The feminine, on the other hand, is the being energy. If the masculine energy is like a straight line, the feminine energy is like a squiggly line. It's like here, there, and everywhere, going in different directions. And the reason like the feminine is so powerful is it's all about receiving. It's all about that flow. It's all about being present, being in the moment, being in your body. There's a lot of energetics, right, of feminine energy. It's kind of in the name. It's a feeling. It's like a sensory experience of life. You know those moments when you're fully relaxed and so present, and you're just like, I just want to stay here like this, feeling like this forever. Maybe you've had it on holiday. Maybe you've had it when you're dating someone new and you're like in that love bubble, that like just constantly just obsessed energy of like wanting to have sex all the time, having a lovely time. Maybe it's when like you reached a certain milestone and you just felt like things were flowing. Things felt easy and fun, and it wasn't like you needed to try. Things were just flowing and happening. And you, most importantly, felt really present in the enjoyment of it, in the experience of it. The feminine is very experiential, whereas the masculine is more logical and more forward planning. The feminine loves that go with the flow, being present, being here energy. The reason that is so powerful for manifestation is we know that in order to manifest something, you have to be in an expectant state of receiving it. You have to have the belief and the faith and the trust that it is already here, it's already on its way, it's already happening for you. And if the feminine is all about receptivity and receiving life, experiencing life, then we need that more if we're actively manifesting something. Because if you've ever been manifesting something, and maybe you're there right now as you listen to this, if you have a goal, if you're working on something and all you're focusing on is obsessing over it, working really hard, trying everything, the key word being trying, like that effort, or it feels like a slog, it feels like you're walking through quicksand. Being controlling, like worrying and stressing over it. When is it going to happen? It's not here yet. What can I do? What am I doing wrong? Where am I going wrong? What am I missing? What can I do more? I just need to work harder. I'm doing all of the things that I know I should be doing. Maybe I should be doing more. Maybe I should be doing this. If you've been there or you're there now, you know how crappy that feels. And if you're into manifestation, if you're new to manifestation, listen to the manifestation episode I did, I'm sure, and sign up for my free workshop at the end of March. It's going to be really powerful for you. And anyone listening who wants to tap more into feminine energy, especially as it relates to their own spiritual growth and manifestation, you know how crappy that feels, and you also know how counterproductive it is. Because if I'm sat here trying to control everything and say I'm wanting to find a new partner, or you're dating, you're on the dating scene, or you're on the job scene, like you're wanting to shift roles, apply for a new job. If you're constantly second guessing yourself, worrying whether it's ever going to happen, constantly fearing rejection, constantly stressing over every single detail of the situation, maybe you're struggling to be present in your life, or you're feeling anxious or stressed because of these situations. Say like you have an interview the next week, or you are dating someone and you're like anxiously thinking about whether they're the right person or whether they're going to show up for you. That energy is actually repelling and the opposite of what we want when it comes to manifesting the outcome. We know that with manifestation, it's actually about feeling the energy, believing the beliefs, thinking the thoughts, feeling the feelings, doing the action as well. But 80-90% of it is in who you're being, in your embodiment, which is your feminine energy. That is what is going to attract in the perfect outcome, your manifestation. Think about it. If you are going into an interview and you are only focused on what you need to do and how hard you need to try in order to get that job, in order to make it happen, you are missing out on this whole treasure trove of magic that lies in focusing on how you are going to be, who you are going to be being in that interview, how you're going to be, how you want to feel in yourself, how you want to feel in your body. You want to be present, you want to be grounded, you want to be speaking from your intuition, you want to feel calm, you want to feel centered, you want to feel confident, you want to feel sexy, you want to feel magnetic, you want to feel like that fucking girl. Because it's in feeling that that's actually going to make the doing part happen like that. Like second nature. And this is what I always say inside of Next Level You and just with my clients in general. I'm not going to say, here's this cookie cutter plan how to create your dream life, because you need to be that. I need to take you on a journey to being that, being the person who has it already, because that is what's going to get you the long-term sustainable results with your goals and with manifestation. Because when you get the being part right, shit falls into place. And I know last week I was talking about feminine energy and that magnetic quality that we can cultivate as women when you know you're just drawn to someone's energy and you don't know why. Maybe it's a mentor, maybe it's a colleague at work who you admire, maybe it's an artist or a singer. Something about their energy just draws you in and you feel pulled towards them. There's something about them that inspires you and activates you, and it's like you can't take your eyes off them. And this isn't, being that feminine magnetic woman is not about how you look or anything specifically like aesthetic. Of course that can be an aspect of it, but we know that confidence comes from within. Like, it's an energy, it's an attitude. And when someone has that, things come to that person because people are attracted to that energy. And that's the key with, say, a job interview, when the person might be like, there's something about them. There's something about them that says, yes, I need to hire them. And I don't know why. And maybe, there are other candidates who are more qualified, who are more experienced or whatever. But there's something about them I'm drawn to. There's something about them that is magnetic to me. And it's a woman who is comfortable and powerful in her feminine energy, who is going to command and attract and magnetize in. Remembering it's the law of attraction after all. She's attractive. Her energy is attractive. And it doesn't matter whether that's for a job, for a partner, for a friend. I know some of my best friends, there's been no reason as to me essentially like quote unquote dating them as a friend, other than I just got a really good vibe from them and they had really good energy. And when we met at a work event or whatever it was, I approached them like I was masculine energy in that dynamic. I pursued them and I was like, I want to go for coffee. I've even said like to one of my friends, Danielle, I think I literally said to her like, I think I need to be your friend. Like, do you want to be my friend? And she was like, oh my God, yes. I feel totally the same. Those moments where you're drawn to someone, people have that with you. Experiences have that with you. Business opportunities, career opportunities, promotions, pay rises, more money, sales, clients, partners, friends, situations, material things, and people have that with you when you are in your feminine energy, because it's the feminine energy that is open to receive. And that brings me on to another really important aspect of this, because I've touched on there around it's showing up in the world as the version of you who already has it. And that's energy, it's beliefs, it's like your attitude, your body language, all of those really subtle things that you bring to a situation when you've done the deeper inner work of really harnessing your feminine energy. Another aspect as well, going further, is the receiving mode. We know that with manifestation, a key element is actually allowing in what you want, creating the capacity for yourself to receive it, and actually getting into a position where you expect to receive it, where you know you are more than worthy, more than capable, more than whatever of receiving it. And receiving it with gratitude, receiving it with like this energy of, well, of course I'm the kind of person who earns that. Of course I'm the kind of person who's been put forward for this promotion. Of course I'm the kind of person who like nailed that first date, whatever it is. Because your receptivity as a woman, when that is really tuned in and opened up, it's like the floodgates can open in your life. And I've seen this so many times with clients in business, in their relationships, in money, in manifesting awesome shit and miracles. Because if the feminine is all about receiving, then, and the masculine is the doing, is the making it happen, is the forward momentum, then the more we can harness the power of our feminine energy, the more we can actually relax and surrender and lean back and know that the universe gets to take over. The universe gets to sort that shit out. And it's those moments where you are like, oh my God, manifestation is real, where like shit just, it feels like it's come out of nowhere, but you also know that it can't be a coincidence because there is no coincidence. It's like you doing this work and then out of nowhere an opportunity arises in work. Or you are doing this work on yourself and your friend or your partner or a family member is quite literally magnetized towards you and is like, what are you doing? Because you're literally glowing. There's no coincidence that things start to happen externally to you when what you change is focused within, in your embodiment. An embodiment is just a fancy word for like how you are operating as a human in the world, like what you are doing with your body, with your energy, with your posture, with your body language, with your like movement even. People are drawn to that. Opportunities are drawn to that energy. And the more you can tap into your feminine energy, the more you can open yourself up to receive, the more magic and manifestations can flow in to your life. So let me check my notes because I need to make sure I'm staying on track and actually including a few amazing points that I want to touch on. The next one being why masculine energy alone can actually block you and burn you out with your goals. So I will talk about the importance of masculine energy in a separate podcast, but where a lot of people come from with goal setting and therefore as a result manifestation, they come at it from purely masculine energy of that driving force, direction, ambition, work hard, make it happen. I think masculine energy in manifestation, or at least overactive masculine energy, the slogan of it is like make it happen. And it's like that energy of through force, through effort, through pushing and trying and controlling the situation, you can manipulate and make it happen. And that's not always a bad thing. You know, sometimes in life we can pull on that energy and we can really harness that energy. But if you're only doing that and not actually allowing yourself to lean back and receive and let life move through you let your energy flow, let yourself be present, be in your body, be magnetic. Activate that magic within you when you are not just thinking, but you are feeling your way through your goals. You are feeling your way through the journey to creating your dream life. You're feeling it, you're healing it, you're living it, you're being present, you're trusting your intuition, you're being guided by your intuition. You're not just looking at this to-do list in front of you of what do I need to do today to make it happen. You're actually letting life happen to you as well, because it's in letting life happen to you that the miracles can unfold, where it doesn't always need to be hard. Like, you can work hard along the way, and building your dream life doesn't have to feel hard. It gets to feel fun, easy, like you're flirting with the universe. Like, come on then, show me what you've got for me. Like, surprise me, take me, lead me. Like, show me how good it gets to be. When you're not harnessing that, and you're just basically thinking that you're alone in this world, and it's you against the world, and it's you against who you were yesterday, and I've got to work hard, and here's my plan of action, and here are my goals, you can see how that is a recipe for burnout, because you're quite literally existing like in your head, in your prefrontal cortex, like your thinking mind, your conscious mind. And as a woman especially, but for everyone, because we all have masculine and feminine energy, this isn't exclusive to gender. But as a woman who had, like, my natural state is to be more feminine, that shit is exhausting. It is exhausting. And it will lead you to burnout. It will lead you to this all or nothing cycle. If you're stuck in a self-sabotage cycle, if you're stuck in procrastination, if you're stuck and you feel like trying to create the life that you want to create feels like walking through mud, walking through quicksand, and you're not moving forward, chances are it's time for you to surrender to the universe and to learn to lean back and receive. And masculine energy alone, without the balance and the harmony of the feminine energy, is not going to get you there. I want to talk to end on really your body's role in the manifestation process. Because if a lot of masculine energy is about planning and action taking and strategizing your goals, and the structure and the discipline and the devotion to taking that action, a lot of your feminine energy exists in your body, your physical vessel. And whether you connect that to your heart, feeling like opening your heart, leading with your heart's desires, whether you connect that, like I do, to your womb space, your sexual center as a woman, your creative life force energy, whether you connect that to your gut and your instincts and your intuition, whatever you resonate with there, your feminine magic, your feminine energy lives and resides in the body. And we know that the body is so important in the manifestation process. manifestation is not logical. Manifestation does not make sense to, say, like Western science. And, you know, there isn't evidence. Well, there actually is evidence confirming that manifestation is real, but that's a whole other topic. But if you speak to most people in day-to-day life and you tell them that you tapping in to the energy of your womb and magnetizing in, you're using that energy to manifest a new job. If you tell the average person that, they're going to be like, what the fuck is this chick taking? Because I want some. It's not logical. It doesn't make sense. And we can relate that to feminine energy in general. If we think about how society is structured, you know, we live in quite a linear, structured society in the West, especially. It's capitalism, it's patriarchy, it's go to work, 9 to 5, buy a house, get on the property ladder, get a promotion, get a mortgage, have your family. Like, here's this linear timeline. Here's this process on how to do humaning in the world, how to do successful human box ticking. Here you go. And a big part of that is actually being conditioned to ignore our magic, our intuition, how we are supposed to feel and be, and, you know, being cyclical. Even the fact that society expects us to show up and be the same every day, when for a woman, that is actually the complete opposite of what is natural for you. You are a cyclical being. You have a cycle that pertains to different levels of energy, different flavors of your feminine throughout the month. The week before my period, I can be more masculine. I can be more strategy focused. I can plan things out. But when I'm in my follicular phase, when I'm ovulating, when I'm in my fertile window, I am more bold, flirtatious, softer. Like, our energy flows as women. It can't be contained. It doesn't make sense. It's one way one day and it's a completely other way the next. And manifestation there's so much crossover there, because manifestation doesn't always make sense. It's not always predictable. It's not as formulaic as like 1 + 1 = 2. But some people fight that because let's say they try one thing and it doesn't work, and then they're like, oh, this is BS. Whereas when you're in that feminine energy and you're surrendered, you know that you are being guided, even if it doesn't make sense right now, even if you don't see it right now. Things are happening on an unconscious, energetic level that you don't need to make sense of. Which brings me back to the body, the intuition. Your body holds this wisdom within you as a woman. It's your instinct, it's your intuition, it's that knowing that you have. And think about a situation in your past where, for whatever reason, you just knew something. You just knew something was going to happen. I've been having conversations with a friend lately around how so many of her friends, her female friends, are coming to her and saying, I feel like I'm psychic, because they get a knowing, or they have a vision of something, or they hear something during a dream or a meditation, and then it comes true, and then and then it's real, it's happening in the outside world. And this is very common for women. When we're in our body, when we're in the experience of being us, in our uniqueness, in our magic, we do receive guidance and downloads and the next right step to take. We do receive that. We do know. We get the clarity. We tap into our heart's desires. All of this is not happening logically. Doesn't always make sense. And a really important thing to end on here is like, other people don't need to get it. Other people don't need to get it. Because something I always think, and I'll always say this as well, if say you're really wanting to dive into feminine energy and manifestation and you really want to harness this for yourself, but your partner doesn't get it, or your family member doesn't get it, that's okay. Do it anyway. Be it anyway, more importantly. Be it, live it, breathe it, and let the results speak for themselves. It's like I was saying before, that energy of like, you're different. There's something about you, you're glowing. People don't need to get the beginning of your journey when you're like, oh yeah, so I'm into this thing, and you know, feminine energy and masculine energy, and I've got my vision board and I'm doing my dancing in the morning and I'm in this program and all this stuff. They might look at you and be like, cool, not for me, or cool, I don't really get it, or cool, I've heard about that but I tried it and it didn't work for me, so I kind of just left it. They don't need to get it. Let the results speak for themselves. And I think in almost like creating this union between your logical mind and the amazing tool that is, and your body, your intuition, your feminine magic, your magnetism, your energy. It's like superpower, rocket fuel, let your life fucking take off, because it's both and we need both. But for many of the women that I work with, it's tapping into the feminine energy that really takes the manifestation to the next level. So if this is resonating with you and you are feeling drawn to this, please first of all sign up for my free workshop happening on the 27th of March. It's called Freedom to Rise. We're going to be digging more into manifestation and specifically the inner work that you can do in order to really be the woman who is already living your dream life, so that you can manifest it naturally as a byproduct. So like, not only do you get to transform yourself along the way from the inside out, but you also get the manifestations. Like, you get to have the things that you want, and you will change yourself and your life in the process. Like your spiritual awakening, your feminine energy awakening, your intuition rising to the power that it deserves in your life. That is what lies on the other side of signing up for this free workshop, Freedom to Rise. So kathorrocks.com/workshop, or head to the link in the show notes. And before you head off, this topic is covered inside of Next Level You, my 10-week program to help you manifest a life even wilder than your vision board. And there will be an opportunity to join Next Level You at the end of the Freedom to Rise workshops. But if you are already curious, if you're already interested, if your intuition, your like feminine desire is already like, I'm drawn to this, I'm curious, I'm intrigued, please reach out to me privately. Either email us support@cathorrocks.com or DM me directly on Instagram @cat_Horrocks or TikTok if you prefer that, and just say next level you, the words next level you, or I'm interested in next level you. I will send you some pre-sale info. So if you want to sign up with me before the doors officially open, you will get access to an exclusive price, so a saving, discount, and also an insanely high value bonus upgrade that you'll get. So please take advantage of that. Even just reaching out to find out that info and hear more, you will thank yourself later, because especially if you're feeling called to do this work, like, this is the program for you. And I can't wait to see you at the free workshop as well. So I will see you there. I love your feedback. So if you're listening at the gym, on a walk, cooking, cleaning, whatever you're up to, if you could screenshot your podcast and tag me on Insta stories @cat_Horrocks. I massively appreciate your shares. Equally, if you feel called to leave a review, a rating on Spotify, Apple, that would be amazing too. Lots of love, and I will see you in my next episode.